Hi there, my name is Dennis Moseley-Williams, and I've been asked to participate in the Blue Apple Project. I'm delighted to do so. I'm going to share with you a couple of insights on the world of investing. By the time I'm finished, and this won't take long, you're probably going to know more about this subject than many of the adults you pass on the street. That's not necessarily a great thing, but here we go. Question 1, why do people save money? We save money for a rainy day. We save money for unexpected expenses. We save money for fun things like vacations and new furniture for our house. And we save money for new roofs and furnaces. And of course, we save money to retire, which means one day we accept that we want to retire and stop working. We're not going to get any more paychecks in, but our living expenses won't go away. Even though we're retired, we still have to buy groceries. Those groceries are going to cost money. By saving money through our working years, we're able to afford our bills when we retire one day. Next question. If you invest money, is it guaranteed to grow? Oh, wouldn't that be nice? No, it isn't, because people can make bad investments. People can speculate. So imagine, versus investing. Speculating, investing are different things. Let me explain. They're different things, but people don't know they are. Let me explain. Let's say you had $100 and you wanted to invest it in gold. Speculating means you're going to invest that money in risky stuff with the risk of losing it all. A prospector says, I'm going to go up to this river, and I've heard from all kinds of other prospectors there's lots of gold there, and I'm going to pan for gold. And boy, I'll tell you, if I find some gold, when you invest in me in this speculation, boy, it's really going to pay off for you. And that person, if they find gold, would be right. You'd make a lot of money on a speculation investment like that. However, let's also agree that if that person went way up to the mountains and found some river and stood there at that part of the river and panned for gold and actually found gold, it would be a miracle. Believe in miracles. Don't invest in them. A miracle is a miracle by definition because they are impossible and they rarely, if ever, happen. On the other end of things is investing. We take the same $100 and we invest it in a gold mine that's been fully operational for years, pulling gold out of the ground, and they have customers that have been buying that gold. Well, that's not nearly as speculative. Therefore, if you invest in that kind of company that's established and real, guarantee is not a word I like to use, but certainly you'd have a much better chance of getting a return. Next question, what can you invest in? Just about anything that goes up and down in value, which could be the stock market, where you're purchasing shares of individual companies like Amazon or Apple or Ford Motor Cars. You can invest in those companies and participate in the profits they make. You can also invest in real estate. Real estate is a fancy term we use for land and buildings. So your house, an office building downtown, or land is real estate. You can invest in that. The idea is it will go up in value over time. And then, of course, on the speculation side of things, if you feel it's appropriate, you can invest in comic books or baseball cards or cars or all kinds of stuff. The short answer is there's all kinds of things you can invest your money in. Next question, what's the best thing you can do to improve your chances of investing successfully? Here it is. Start now. Start young. Right now. You're never too young to start saving your money. Start right now. The second thing you can do is diversify your investments. Let's go back to our $100. There's an old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you drop that basket, all your eggs are gone. But if you took your $100 and you divided it up into 10 piles of $10 each, you could make 10 different investments of $10 each across a wider range of investments. So you might have $10 invested in technology. You might have $10 invested in pharmaceuticals and healthcare. You might have $10 invested in financials, such as banks and investment firms. You could have $10 invested in retail, restaurants, etc., and so forth. So start really young and diversify. That's critical to your success. Next is, if you were going to invest for 50 years, interesting, how aggressive would you be and why? Okay, well, that's a $1 million question. If I had 50 years time horizon, I would be very aggressive. because I have 50 years to recover and to ride out the volatility in the market. Volatility means that it's not a steady, smooth ride. There's turbulence along the way. Sometimes the stock market shoots up, and sometimes the stock market corrects and comes down a little bit. So with 50 years of a time horizon, I would be very aggressive. And as I got further and further, or if you will, closer and closer to 50 years, I would adjust how much risk and aggressiveness my position is each year that went by. So for right now, I'd go very aggressive. 25 years from now, I would be half as aggressive. So there you are. Final question. What's interest? Ooh, there you go. Interest is the money that we either earn on our investments or we pay on our debts. If you don't save your money and one day down the road, many years from now, you have a roof and you realize one day, oh no, I need a new roof. Look at that. My shingles are blowing off and that roof's going to leak and cause all kinds of damage in my house. So I got to fix that. But you don't have the money to pay a roofer. You'd go to the bank and borrow the money from the bank to pay the person who's going to fix your roof. But now you're paying a charge, a courtesy fee, interest on that money you borrowed. So let's say you borrow $10,000 from the bank. The bank might say, okay, but when you pay us back, you owe us $11,000. You borrowed 10, but by the time you pay us back, you will have paid us $11,000. That extra $1,000 is the fee you pay for borrowing money from the bank. Now wait, what if you save money your whole life and you never borrow money? Aha! Then the money that you leave in the bank, that's where you earn interest. They pay you interest to keep your money in the bank. They charge you interest when you borrow money from the bank. That's what interest is. So remember this. Start early, diversify, and always make interest. Don't pay it. Thanks very much for sending these questions in and letting me be a part of this. Thank you. Have a wonderful day and successful investing. Start right now. Take care.